Drake Riggs here in New York City covering UFC 244 for RT Sport. And before the big event was set to go down, I figured I'd ask some of my fellow media members what their sleeper pick for fight of the night would be. Check it out.
So for my choice of sleeper pick for the fights, I mean obviously Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal is what everyone's looking at. Darren Till, Kelvin's also great, but I actually think Stephen Thompson versus Vicente Luque stylistically could be very interesting. I think if Stephen gets to play his fight, it might not be the most exciting in the world, but if Luque puts that pressure on like we saw against Mike Perry, and Stephen has to react to that, I think we could actually have a really exciting back and forth over 3 rounds.
It's a tough one because this card is really loaded. I got 2 on my mind. One's probably a little more unlikely. One is Hakeem Dawodu versus Julio Arce. I know Dawodu is not the kind of guy that gets into firefights, but Julio Arce is the kind of guy that can put him into said firefight, so that's potential. But I got to go with Shane Burgos and Makwan Amirkhani. I think that's the one. I have a hard time believing those 2 guys aren't just going to go out there and put on a great show. I know Shane Burgos wants to go out there and make a statement. He's a little upset. He's not fighting a ranked guy right now. Makwan Amirkhani is a huge star in Europe. He's looking to make a statement and climb into the rankings as well. So I have a hard time believing that one's not going to deliver, and that could be your fight of the night at UFC 244.
A lot of options for fight of the night on this card, man. I think it's going to be a fun one. But let's go crazy. Let's go to the first fight of the night. Julio Arce versus Hakeem Dawodu. Been a big fan of Dawodu from his very start, coming up through World Series of Fighting. Very, very exciting fighter. He's going to meet somebody equally exciting in Arce. I think this could be a lot of fun. Maybe we get the fight of the night right off the bat. Give those prelim fighters 50 grand. Change their life.
James Lynch here from The Score. My sleeper pick fight of the night for UFC 244 is Shane Burgos and Makwan Amirkhani. Both fighters 5-1 in the UFC. Amirkhani's first fight in the United States. And these two had a bit of an interesting stare down yesterday. Not necessarily bad blood, but certainly a really pivotal matchup in the featherweight division. Don't sleep on this one. I see this going all 3 rounds, and I see this being one of the best fights on the card. So make sure you tune in for that one on the prelims.
Sleeper pick fight of the night, I bet everyone's saying Makwan Amirkhani and Shane Burgos. I think that's for sleeper, I think that's going to be the common pick, but I will say, Julio Arce, Hakeem Dawodu is a good one, but Hakeem Dawodu doesn't normally like to take damage. He's never been in a war, but Julio Arce could probably bring that out. I think the no-brainer is going to be Nate Diaz or Masvidal. Derek Lewis is in some bangers, but I don't know if Blago Ivanov is one of those fighters that will match him blow for blow. He seems to take people out of their elements, so I don't want to say what everyone else is saying, but I think the sleeper pick has to be Makwan Amirkhani and Shane Burgos. Shane Burgos is not happy he has that fight. Amirkhani is his first time fighting in the United States. He's an exciting fighter. Shane Burgos is an exciting fighter coming off the win over Cub Swanson. So I'm going to have to go with the crowd and probably say Shane Burgos versus Makwan Amirkhani is my sleeper pick for fight of the night, UFC 244.
So I think the sleeper fight of UFC 244 is going to be Johnny Walker versus Corey Anderson. I believe that they have a little bit of an edge to their fight. They have something they're fighting for, not just a win, but a chance at John Jones. I think they're also going to have to realize that they have to put on a performance that is going to rival Dominic Reyes' knockout of Chris Weidman, and that's going to take a lot. And so I think that that's going to force a fight of the night for UFC 244.
My UFC 244 fight of the night pick, it's a bit out there. I would consider it a dark horse pick, is Chance Rencounter versus Lyman Good. I just think 2 guys that come forward that are tough. You know, if it goes to the ground, I think there could be a couple scrambles, a couple back and forth exchanges that, you know, might warrant a fight of the night, or if someone, you know, is down and out and performs well and ends up coming back in the later rounds. I think it has that sort of dark horse potential to be a fight of the night. If I were to say one pick, it'd probably be a lock as the main event, of course, the BMF title fight. I'm sure that's what a lot of people are going for as fight of the night. Both guys before the fight have hyped up their come forward style and attitude, and you know, we know what to expect from Masvidal and Diaz, and that's why they're fighting for the BMF belt. So those are my fight of the night picks.
So there you have it. That's what everyone thinks. They got their own choices for sleeper pick of the night. There are many great options to choose from. It's UFC 244. Stack card, obviously. For me, though, I think that I'm going to have to lean towards Shane Burgos and Makwan Amirkhani myself. But, I mean, you can't really go wrong here. I don't know. What do you guys think?